What's up, YouTube? Erbwars here, and today is the day. It's the Royal Rumble. Very excited. As you all know, I'm a wrestling fan, and I take wrestling. It's below video games. I've always enjoyed wrestling. And one game I wanted to talk about real quick was Royal Rumble for Sega Dreamcast. Funny history with this game, and if anybody's played this game, I know it's not the best wrestling game out there, but you got to understand, for me, the huge hype I had for this game. This was the reason, well, this and Sonic Adventure were the main reasons, and Crazy Taxi, that I wanted a Sega Dreamcast. Um, the Sega Dreamcast came out in '99. I got the Dreamcast in 2000. And what I really, really, really wanted was the Sega Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, and this was the main game I wanted for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, the big thing about this game, and it has its flaws, and I'm going to go over that in a second, was it could hold up to 9 superstars in a ring at a time, which back then was huge because we were playing games on the N64. Still to this day, my favorite wrestling games, by the way. I'm not downing on those games at all. But like WrestleMania 2000, you couldn't have 9 characters. I believe it was 4, and this was holding up to 9. Now, the thing about this game particularly that kind of disappointed, it actually kind of ruined my Christmas one year because my sister, who is like the queen of snooping, and she convinced me to go into our parents' closet and raid their closet because she knew all of our gifts were in there. And we did this like right after Thanksgiving, so right in the beginning maybe of December or very end of November. And she had a pile of gifts, I had a pile of gifts, and we knew who was what because we have different wrapping paper. And so Erica, excuse me, Erica opened up all of her gifts. And I was like, look, I don't want to ruin my Christmas. I was like, how about I just open a CD? Because at the time, not only did I collect video games, toys, wrestling stuff, but I also collected CDs, and in particularly mostly metal CDs. So I didn't know if it was like another Metallica CD or maybe a Megadeth CD. So I said, just hand me a CD and I'll open it. Well, what did I open? I opened this. And the problem is I was so, like, I built this game up so much, and when I opened this, it was super exciting, but it was also horrible because I ruined my Christmas. I think I told my parents years later, but it was horrible because I had to go through that Christmas pretending to be surprised for the Dreamcast. But I knew that my parents wouldn't just get me this game if I didn't get the Sega Dreamcast, so I knew I got the Dreamcast. And as exciting as it was for me, I also ruined my Christmas because of this game. It was my own fault, being a dumb kid. I never, since then, I have never snooped, and because of the situation. But this game is more on the lines of arcadey, but there's only 2 modes. There's an expedition mode where you get a partner and you could call them into the ring. It's actually playing right there, and they could come in and attack, or you could call like guys from the locker room to come out and attack, which is kind of fun. And it goes up to 10 stages, and after the 10th stage, credits roll. And then there's the Royal Rumble mode, and you would think that it would be difficult because if you get tossed out, you lose the match, but that's not really the case. It has 30 written on the bottom, and you legit have to throw out 30 superstars in order for the cutscene, the credits to roll. So even if you get thrown out 12 times, it's still basically no way to lose type game. And it's very arcadey, and there's only 20, which kills me because the N64 wrestling games had a huge roster, and this only has 20. And they become very repetitive in the sense that, like, you could throw D'Lo Brown out of the match, and I'm just picking the crappiest wrestler I can think of in the game. Well, you're sitting there fighting, and the thing is every 5 seconds another wrestler comes in until you get up to 9. So you throw D'Lo Brown out. Well, guess what? D'Lo Brown's coming back, not the next wrestler, maybe 2 wrestlers later. So it gets very repetitive with the characters. But still, even though it definitely has its defaults. I mean, there's no entrance music. There's just like a little clip of your wrestler, and the music just plays for like 10 seconds. Same thing when you win. So that's kind of frustrating. But the specials in this game are very fun. The arcade over-the-top moves are kind of fun. Uh, even though it's not the best wrestling game out there, I still hold it very dear to my heart because it was the main reason I wanted a Sega Dreamcast. And even in that Christmas when I got it, my best friend Kevin, one of my best friends, Kevin, was living 20 minutes away, and I was like, dude, you have to come. It's the best wrestling game ever. And you got to understand, him and I were playing WrestleMania 2000 that whole year prior, and No Mercy was about to come out. So I'm building this game up, and I believe Kevin was let down because, like I said, there was only a couple modes, but we had a great time playing it. But he knew, it wasn't the best wrestling game, but in my head it was. Um, Anyway, if you guys get a chance to pick it up, I'm sure it's dirt cheap. It's been with me since 2000 when I got the Sega Dreamcast, and it's WWF Royal Rumble. I know it's called WWE now, but back then it was WWF Royal Rumble. And is anybody in this audience, anybody even watching this, going to watch the Royal Rumble tonight? If so, let me know. I plan on watching the Rumble with my other best friend Carmen's coming over. I'm going to smoke some ribs. He's picking up some wings. We're going to watch the Rumble. We're going to be playing games as the Rumble's on the TV and hanging out in the game room. And it's going to be a great night. Very excited. Hopefully it's not a letdown. We'll see about that. Hopefully somebody good wins the Rumble. If I could pick, it would either be AJ Styles or pretty much AJ Styles. I would like to see to win the Rumble. Maybe Adam Cole. That'd be cool. But then he would have to leave NXT, and I really don't want him to leave that NXT. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to my gaming rambling about a game that probably nobody cares about, but I hold dear to my heart. Thank you, guys. erbwars out.